Hey, it's the Nerdy Sports Fan, and we're talking NFL Draft, as we should. It's only a few days away. Now, typically, doing these mock draft simulations using the DraftNetwork.com's predictive board simulator, I've been going through top 100 picks, and this one is going to be a little short doing that, because, hey, we got the Bears, and they have traded away a lot of their draft capital from this year to develop the team that they already have. Who wouldn't, though? Okay, you got Khalil Mack. That should be all I have to say. This is a generational defensive talent, and he very obviously stepped in and just turned this defense into something to be feared. So why wouldn't you? Okay? Khalil Mack was a first-round pick a few years ago. Should have gone number 1 overall because he's very obviously the most talented player from that draft. But he didn't, for whatever reason, people like Clowney. But anywho, the Bears, since they have that defense right and tight, they may have lost Amos, but they filled that void with Ha-Ha Clinton-Dix. Their offense has a good stout line. They lost Jordan Howard. They lost Howard, the running back, to the Eagles. But they didn't really think he fit what they did on offense anyway, so that's not really a big loss. As far as the offense goes, just Trubisky turning into the quarterback they hoped he would be is going to be the big gain that they're hoping for here. If he transitions into better, more consistent quarterback play, all of a sudden the rest of the offense looks a hell of a lot better. So that's what they're hoping for on offense. Defense here, they can strengthen strength again. And what I did at the 87 pick, I was surprised to see this guy fall to this point. Went with Zach Allen, edge rusher out of Boston College. You put him in a rotation that already has Khalil Mack? Heck, I mean, a nasty defense just got nastier, okay? Strengthening a strength is something I really like to do because it's something the NFL does. Okay, they have their own identities. And the Bears' identity is their defense. So you throw Zach Allen into a mix that already has a very talented group and just watch them dominate more like they did last season. I understand. They lost their safety. Whoop-de-doo. Okay? They replaced their safety with somebody who's maybe not as talented as the guy that left. But defensive front matters so much more than defensive secondary because defensive front putting pressure on that quarterback creates easy opportunities for the defensive secondary, making it so the defensive secondary doesn't have to stay locked on in coverage for as long. So strengthen this pass rush even more than it already is? Yeah, no-brainer. The only other pick worth mentioning at 126, I went with running back Travion Williams out of Texas A&M. I mentioned this because they did lose Howard, and Williams is a much better fit for this offense. He's a short little fire plug. He's 5'9", sure, but he is stout, okay? And he's going to be a better scheme fit. He can move, okay? And getting a guy like him to supplement what you already have in Tarek Cohen will help this running game and the passing game more than enough that if Mitch Trubisky actually does make some progress in the right direction, that offense will be fine. Now, obviously, there's not much draft capital here to talk about, so that's really it here, guys. If you want to keep this conversation going, please comment with who you think the Bears should target in the draft. But again, not really an important part of the offseason progress for the Bears, as they've really gotten rid of most of the capital that they had to deal with in order to pick up people like Mack last year.